saving energy, prevent gas, air, and moisture infiltration, as well as helping with general stability in your building structure. Call us at 713-936-3021 or visit us online at nrgfoam.com for more information. NRG Spray Foam. Building green, living green.
This message was from a proud sponsor to KNLY 91.1 FM.
We are broadcasting live from the Woodlands, Texas to the world. You're listening to the only multimedia FM station in Houston, Texas. Your Fusion Radio. Top 40s, dance, Latin, country, pop, rock and roll. All in one station. Mixing genres and generations. You're listening to KNLY New Waverly, Texas. 91.1 FM, The Boss.
The program presented or submitted by members of our community and are a proud sponsor of KNLY 91.1 FM. The views expressed do not necessarily reflect those of KNLY 91.1 FM and its affiliates.
Good morning, and God bless you. We're having a terrific Tuesday here at KNLY 91.1 The Boss. Of course, I'm your host, Orlando Daniels, on today's Entrepreneur. We just bless God for every opportunity to bring to you goods and services from the community, people that we believe are making boss moves, but also operate within the integrity and character that resembles and reflects their overall business. So this morning I have with me Mr. Mickey Richardson of AC Texas. And we're going to get right into not only a few questions and dialogues in regards to this heat and what he does, but he also brought some additional help. We're going to get Ms. Lacey on. So, Mr. Mick, introduce yourself. Tell them what you do, how long you've been doing what it is.
I am Mickey with AC Texas. I've been doing this for about 5 years now. Just recently, I became the business development manager for our company. So my job is to go find the money, pretty much. You know, I got to go out, meet people, shake hands, do that kind of thing so I can generate new business, reach out to new clientele, whether it be commercial or residential.
You sound like a politician.
Yeah.
Because you got to go out, meet the people, kiss some babies, shake some hands, knock on some doors. So you got to do it all. Yeah. So how is it transitioning from one part of the business to now being in the position that you're in? How are you adjusting to that?
It's more comfortable, I can tell you that. I mean, going from those 150-degree attics to, you know, being in a truck all day or going to a business meeting or a networking function is a lot better than, you know, having to sit there and sweat my life away all day. So it's nice.
What made you decide to get in this particular field?
I'm very outgoing. I like to talk to people. I like to help people and meet people. And a lot of times, you know, you get into this field and it's all about the numbers. It's all about money. Mm-hmm. So when you are able to help somebody save literally thousands of dollars on every scale, from somebody who owns their own business to who's trying to open a business or owns a home or a townhome, I like that. And so it was a good fit for me to put me in the business development field because I get to do that every day. Like, that is my job. And I get to go out there and help those people every single day. So,
what are some of the things that you've come across or not only come across but have experienced in relations to AC, especially being in Texas? We already know that this is just yesterday was 105 inside of the fire trucks here in Texas. 105. Yeah. What are some of the things that you're coming across when trying to service a customer or get them the ultimate service outside of all the other units that's in the city?
Meaning as far as they're hot and they need help? Like that? Okay. Things of that nature. I mean, it's more like a lot of times people are expecting the worst when we come out, and so we do our best to try to calm the situation down, take a look at what their situation is and give them options and say, hey, we can get you cooling or we can fix this. You know what I mean? And that can consist of repairing it or replacing it. And a lot of times when they think we come out, all we're going to do is want to replace it, which means they're not going to be able to get what they need, which is to be cooling again. So we try to stress that you do have options, and let me show you how we can do this.
When a business owner goes the extra mile, because you said it earlier, it's about those numbers. But when you see the need of the customer and you see the overall long-term relationship that you're able to build, and not just someone that's coming in and creating a bill for someone, but you're literally going the extra mile and saying, hey, this is what we can do, these are the options that we have, which sets you apart. Now, I'm going to shift and take the focus off you just a little bit because she's sitting up here, so we're not going to let her, I'm not going to let her make it. The reason I'm not going to let her make it because she sent me in a list of what kind of questions I should be asking. And so anybody know, I'm going to blast because you already know. So, Lacey, what made you decide to come in and start aiding Mr. Mickey Richardson in AC, Texas?
Yes, I would say that we go hand in hand just because he's so outgoing and I'm just caring. And like you said, he's the business side and I handle all the office management and the marketing. So I get to, we kind of are piece and piece, so we put it together. So I deal with clients just like he does, and I, answer the phones too. So I'm like the first line of defense. So I see how mad they are when they're hot.
So that's what I was about to say. You're the person who gets the blunt of what he should be getting if he was going to be answering the phone.
Yes.
So how do you diffuse an angry client? Because we already know when it's hot, people are irritated, people are agitated. You can't live in Houston without AC. There's no way from your car to your home. There's just no way you can do it. So how do you diffuse that kind of problem before you send it over to him?
Well, luckily, like some clients call and they say that they've called someone else and they can't get out for days. So we're always available the same day. So I would say that's calming in itself. And then we like to reassure the client just so they feel part of the AC Texas family. They'll know their technician. They'll always have the same technician, so that tech will know their units, their house, know everything about them. And then you'll have your technician's personal work phone number. So if the office hours are closed, you'll still be able to get a hold of your tech. And then they call 15 minutes ahead of time just so you don't bombard them, so they just kind of feel like everything's calm now that we take all the weight off of their shoulders.
When you communicate, and I've had several AC businesses on. What I love is, first of all, we're all connected in BizConnect, and I love that and how the demographics, how that works for us as a community. And then also knowing that we have, some of the same or similar. But what I've been able to, really embrace and enjoy is every person brings their own uniqueness. Every person brings something that the other company does not. And so there's no competition with us in BizConnect. And that's a rarity in networking groups altogether. But to hear you say that even after hours, you're going out, because most people are like, you know what, after a certain hour, I'm out. Yeah. So the notice that you would need, and maybe this is a question for Lacey, the notice that is needed when someone is having some trouble with their AC, you're saying prior 15 minutes, is that what you communicated?
That's when the guys, when they call, they say, hey, I'm about 15 minutes out, just so I don't, show up at your door and you're not ready.
Okay. So what is the latest, or is this just no actual time that somebody can, I remember being in Atlanta, and it was the worst experience, one of the worst experiences. I was at a hotel and staying at an upscale place, and the AC goes out. Not a good feeling. Not a good feeling. And actually, the AC went out on that whole floor. And so they were trying to figure out how they can get somebody to come in and restore it. It was like, can we compensate you? Can we move you to another? No. Can you fix this? Can you fix this AC? And so, when we talk about, and it's wee hours of the morning, and so, are you all just set up that way where you have enough techs that can actually go out at any given hour and service the customer?
Right. So our hours are Monday through Saturday, and they are from 7:30 to 8.
Yes.
Yeah, 7:30 to 8 during the summer, and then during the your fall season or slower season, it's 7 to 6. Yeah, 6. And then during the weekends, we'll still take calls, and it's kind of like you call me on Sunday, and it's 12:30 or something like that. But you have your family's out. You have a lot of people over, and you're like, hey, Mickey, I need you. you know, that technician that you have his number is probably going to say, hey man, let me see what I can do and get out to you. But as far as like on the books, that's what the numbers are going to look like, as far as 7 to 8 during the summer and then 7 to 6 during the fall.
So you said Sunday, like somebody can literally call on a Sunday.
You would have to call me or your technician and say, hey man, this is what I got going on, can you help me? That kind of thing.
You know, when we talk about, you know, Houston, you know, I'm still trying to, and I've been here, you know, several years and then moved away and moved back. One thing about Texas is consistent in the heat. I mean, just period. What are some of the, you know, for your industry, the peak times and then, you know, that lean time for you?
Definitely. I mean, the years be getting kind of crazy, but it's almost always maybe end of May up until about August. It slows down right before August, picks up in August, and it kind of goes back down around the end of September. And from September all the way to almost April now, it's kind of slow, kind of that lean time where you can do more, you know, that duct work or that installation or those bigger jobs or projects that you wanted to do but it was too hot to do in the summer. That's those times that we do those kind of things.
So here's my thing, because when we consider Houston, and every city is a little different as far as, you know, the heat to me. You said that it drops and September is still going to be hot. October, yeah. I've seen it here in Houston. Christmas, like literally Christmas. On Christmas Day, like 98 degrees. I mean,
yeah.
So I don't see the drop. I guess for me, it would be wanting to know what would you communicate to a customer, especially when we talk about, you know, because when I came here, and I've said this before on another show, that I've gone into businesses and homes and they had it set at 70 something, and I'm like, that's Fahrenheit. But here, yeah, I mean, that's what I was taught in Atlanta. I guess we're just different. That's Fahrenheit. But when we look at, you know, Houston, that is supposed to bring some kind of cool or some normal. So help me to understand the best temperature to set your thermostat on.
Me personally, I set my temperature, like I have a one-story house.
Okay.
So one system, one-story house, I usually keep mine around 73, 74. 75, normalish. But some people will get hot at 75 in Houston. So me personally, 73 degrees, 74 degrees. Too low, and I tell everybody this, the systems are not designed to go to 69. So you can set it at 69 or 60, it's not going to get there. It's not designed for that. It's too hot. But about 73, 74, you can leave it there all day and should be feeling comfortable.
Now, outside of, you know, being able to come and service someone's unit, what are some of the other services you all provide?
So we do commercial and residential. So we do we do I'm sorry. We do commercial and residential. So we do a lot of things as far as preventative maintenance, like cleaning out your filters, changing belts on commercial units, cleaning out your drain lines, coil cleanings, condenser cleanings, anything from indoor air quality, which is a big thing. Pretty much purifying the air that you're breathing, and that's moving throughout the system. We do that for residential and commercial, and we're kind of 50-50 on both. We're not leaning hard on commercial or residential. We do it for both. But those are the services that we provide to kind of keep what you have as long as we can before we have to say, okay, it's time to replace this thing. Anything from repairs, upkeep, maintenance, those kind of things are really key things that people should be doing but probably don't do. And so we help them understand, okay, this is why we should do this, and this. Let me show you how much it's going to cost you. That saves you X amount of dollars 2 years from now because we did nothing.
You know, when we talk about maintenance and maintaining, has that been one of the things that you've seen where a lot of people don't realize the importance of the upkeep of it?
Oh yeah.
Which creates a long-term problem because they did not. So how often should someone change their filter?
Every 3 months, depending on the type of filter. If you have something like what's called a media filter, you're going to want to do that every 6 months to a year, and that's also dependent on your traffic. So if you got a lot of kids, cats, dogs living in that house, maybe every 6 months for you. But if it's you and your wife and maybe one child, you could probably get away with a year. And every time your technician comes out and does your AC or your heat inspection, he's going to be looking at that filter to say, hey, it's time. Let's go ahead and change it out. But if you're doing it yourself and you have a regular, normal filter, every 3 months.
Okay. Listen, I have Mr. Mickey Richardson of AC Texas, and he got a whole nother swag to be an AC guy. So I want you all to not only connect with him, but give him some information: Facebook, Instagram, phone number.
Lacey.
Yes, so we're on Facebook and Instagram at AC Texas Air Conditioning, and we do tons of fun giveaways, and we like to keep it, yes, we're here for you, but we also want to get to know you outside of just when you call when you're hot. So we do fun giveaways and go out and do sponsorships too.
Okay. I see that you all have a back to school giveaway. You all completely given out? Because I know some people that's in need.
Oh yes, we actually just had that, and the winner was announced on Friday, and it was a really fun thing because we had a lot of people try and win that one, and they're excited.
I think
300,
yeah, 300 something people.
And a school teacher actually won it.
You know,
so.
when you not only as a business but come together as a community to provide goods and services, that sets you apart. That makes you the trendsetter. So I really want to applaud AC Texas for what you all are doing. Like I said, BizConnect, connected us, and so many others. And so I encourage you all, if you have not connected with AC Texas, get at my man Mickey Richardson with the swag, and I promise you they'll make sure you're cool. They'll service anything or answer any questions that you may need. And if he cannot, I promise you, Miss Lacey will. Yeah. As a matter of fact, Lacey, before we go off the air, how did I do on my questions? Did I do good?
Not any of them were what I wrote.
She thought she was going to get a script, y'all. But listen, once again, it's Tuesday. We want you all to make it a great week. I am Orlando. That's Lacey, and that's Mr. Mickey Richardson of AC Texas. And this is KNLY 91.1, The Boss, today's entrepreneur, making way for cachet. You all be blessed.